it? Like, especially when you're still getting comfortable on a feature, it's just weird that every single thing you're doing is you're thinking about that moment. You're not thinking about anything else. You're fully in that moment, and that's a really cool feeling. My name's Sarah Walter. I think I've been mountain biking for about 4 years now. I started riding originally in Whistler, BC. From there, it just started being me kind of chasing biking as much as I could. The next summer, I went back out to Whistler, and I was like mind blown with how much I progressed from going from just riding a downhill bike to getting off the BMX bike and how much bike control I learned. The following winter, I was getting really antsy of being in Canada, where it's quite cold for winter, so I decided to come out to New Zealand. One of the coolest things about New Zealand is the climate here really works for riding year-round. I think one of the other real cool things about New Zealand riding is it's already a big scene, but it just seems like they keep growing and pushing and trying to progress it more and more everywhere. So, like, I'm curious to see what will happen here in the next few years. I don't think it's gonna slow down anytime soon. I think one of the things that's probably, I wouldn't say hindering, but slowed down the progression of women's dirt jumping a lot is that unless you have a racing background, people don't really seem to take you seriously as a female rider. Like, name a female rider who doesn't have a racing background, you probably can't think of many. That's one side of it. I think it's also like, especially getting into the dirt jump scene, like I was fortunate to have a place that was had a lot of like small progressive lines. I learned on box jumps. Like before I came here, I'd never hit a double really in my life. Honestly, I was real fortunate that when I started, I was in Whistler, which is one of the places where they do have a huge women's riding scene. It does really help, I think, to have other females, like having women's riding nights, women's clinics. Sometimes people laugh at it, be like, why do women need to ride with other women? But it can be really intimidating to get into the sport because it is still, for the most part, dominated a lot by males. My advice for girls getting into riding is just to go and do it. Like, find what looks the most fun to you and go for it. Don't listen to what I've had so many people tell me what I should or shouldn't be riding. It just comes down to what you enjoy the most, and when you do that, it kind of shines through, I think. I think the more you do it, the more you just grow confidence. Like, you start off and everything's scary when you first start riding, and eventually you just kind of learn to tell yourself, like, you've got this, you can do it. You don't need to look like a pro on the hill. You just want to have fun.